back. In this video, I will be taking you through a step-by-step process of how to make pawpaw jam. Pawpaw is a native fruit to North America. We got this plant from a special garden shop, and one of the trees was cultivated to produce earlier. The other one was not cultivated to produce earlier. We have this tree since about 6 years, and this year we have really an abundance of pawpaw fruits. The tree, which is a little bit later, has also producing, but the size of the fruits are not very big. But the other one, which was specially cultured, is producing bigger fruits, and we have steadily been harvesting. Today we did a bigger harvest because it's also getting cooler, and this is autumn harvest. I will be making a jam with this so that we can have it preserved for longer. This jam is also very easy to make, and you do not need too many ingredients. I'm going to be using roughly about 12 ripe pawpaws. We will be peeling them and removing the seeds. The thing with the seeds is you can plant the seed, but the seed takes 1 year to germinate, and then every year this tree grows about 30 centimeters in height. It takes a really long time till it starts to get productive, so let's say a decade at least. And I'm actually quite happy with the harvest this time, and we have been distributing to our neighbors, and we have also been eating every day a couple of these fruits, but I still have quite a lot because we are doing a detox diet and we should not be eating fruits as of now. And I would love to have this for the winter months. You can add it onto the yogurt for mueslis or even as a bread spread. The taste of this pawpaw is in between a mango and a custard apple, and it has a very delicate flavor. But we will be adding sugar and a little bit of vanilla essence or any vanilla extract and making this recipe. Let me show you how we will be making this recipe. First, we will cut the fruit into 2 halves, remove out the seeds and then scoop out the flesh. Then we will mash it with a fork, or you can also use a food processor to get a smooth paste. Then cook it with a little bit of water and sugar. I'm using plain caster sugar. Then you will need lemon juice. If you want, you can add some spices like cinnamon powder or vanilla extract. I think I'm going to be adding some cinnamon powder and some vanilla extract. Because we want to preserve this a little bit longer, we will need some lemon juice to make it slightly acidic. That way it will preserve a lot longer. And this lemon juice also brings back the color once you add it into a cooked fruit, and it also enhances the flavor of the jam. I've been adding lemon juice to all my jams, and this brings out the color because once the fruit or anything is cooked, the color is changed, and so when we add this brings back the vibrant color of the fruit. So this is one reason we add. And lemon also has some pectin content, so we will be grating some of the lemon peel in and adding it into this jam. And then if you want, additionally you can add some orange juice. I did get a couple of oranges. Maybe I'll add a couple of tablespoons of orange juice to see. And this is the first time I'm making, so let me hope it works out. And let's start with this process. The riper the better, then they are much more sweeter. Yeah, these are a little bit more ripe. They're not all very big, but let's see. Okay, we have this many, about 14, because some are really small. The recipe says about 12, so I'm going to use up all the very ripe ones. So we leave this for now. We will use up this. This is how you cut it into half. You'll feel the seed, but it's just like an avocado. You just twist it a little like this, and then they come off. So like there it is. I'm going to collect the seeds to plant a few of the seeds just scoop it out like a vanilla custard. It's really very sweet and tasty. We got quite a lot of this. There are some fibers in it, that's why we are running it through the food processor. After that, I'm going to sieve it with a special sieve for the jam. I am not going to be passing this through a sieve because this has really become very smooth and I don't think it's needed. So roughly I'm getting 6 cups of this puree. Now we are going to start to heat on medium heat. I didn't need to save this because it's very smooth already. There's no point. I'm going to add about 2 cups of sugar into this. In that I will add like 1.5 cups of normal caster sugar and half a cup or 3/4 of a cup of pectin sugar so that it thickens quickly. Then we add the peas which we grated so that we get a nice flavor. I personally don't mind if there is a little bit of the fruit pulp. Main thing is there should be no seeds and no peas. Now once this thickens, then I will add the lemon juice which we squeezed out. keep stirring. This will take roughly about 45 minutes to thicken to a jam consistency. So I'm going to be emptying out the dishwasher and doing other things and keep an eye simultaneously, because this is quite a lot of quantity to process for me. Do it on a low heat, otherwise it may spoil the consistency. So just do it on medium heat. Now I'm going to add some vanilla extract. This is roughly about a tablespoon of it. So it has this custardy kind of flavor. This is pure vanilla extract. So that was over. So I'm going to add a little bit more. You cannot add too much vanilla because this can become very bitter then. Now we want to add a little bit of spice. I was thinking I could make a pie with this when it gets a little bit thicker, and we have done it with apple and other jams pies, so we can make also with this. So now I'm going to add some cinnamon powder. I'm using so not too much, just about quarter teaspoon. Now we will let it thicken, and then I'm going to do the plate test. See, it has thickened quite a bit. This plate has been in the freezer last 1 hour or so. So we just keep a little bit. If it thickens, then it's done. So let's try. I think it's kind of done. Let's see. It's kind of like a preserve, but not really a jam. And we want jam. Should keep stirring at this point. You start to feel a resistance now when you're stirring, and that's when I kind of think it's ready. This is from so many years of jam making experience. So let me do the plate test. I'm doing the second time the plate test. This was in the freezer, so I think it is ready now. So let's see. Still flowing, so maybe a few more minutes and then it's done. Now I think it's ready because there is some resistance in the bottom of the pan. I have difficulty in stirring it. You see now it doesn't roll over. I take a different plate. It doesn't come out. So I'll keep this in the oven, do a water bath canning for about 10 minutes, and then it will be done. So we could get so much of it, and I'm happy with this. I hope this video was useful for you, and in case you have pawpaw, you could try to make this jam. I will be leaving the recipe also in the blog. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye bye.